icy today. Well, gonna be a quick one today. We're just gonna go up to Port Perry. My birthday, so figured why not go for a quick ride before I gotta be with the family for dinner. I'm hoping can't hear the whistle of the wind. I don't know how to compensate for that. Come on, people, let's go. Oh, this is crazy. Come on. What the hell is she wearing? Well, I really hope. Turn that off. I don't know if you guys can hear the music. It's a nice day. Now, microphone, that's the wrong side. I've attempted to move the microphone up, so hopefully you're not getting all the wind noise. What's up, boys? That's a nice dog. Choose this lane. Couldn't ask for a nicer ride, I guess. Half a tank, yeah, we'd be alright. So, I guess since the last time I did this video, or did a video for the channel, which, I mean, I'm terrible. I don't upload ever. I probably should. My problem is my weakness is like editing and all that jazz. I'm not good at it. I'll learn. But what you may notice is that the mic's a little louder. So what I've done is, for my birthday a year ago today, literally, I was gifted my wife did me a set of Freedom Performance exhaust for the bike, and honestly, it really woke the bike up. Sounds great, runs great, shoots flames. I love it. And you'll notice I'm missing my fairing. Well, little story behind that. So I had stated in my video that the fellow that I bought the bike off of knew how to put things together just enough so that they'd stay on, but not well enough that they'd work properly. Well, I was doing about 120 kilometers an hour, and the fairing decided to come off and smack me in the face. So I got it, still in one shape, Jesus, one piece. Alright. But yeah, it's not going back on the bike. I'm gonna have to buy another fairing. I don't know, like I love my Roadstar. It's a great bike. It's got power. It's comfortable. It's actually extremely comfortable. I feel like I'm missing the low end grunt though. Like it doesn't have a whole lot of low end torque. And I work for Harley Davidson, and you know I'm on their bikes all the time. And the low end torque on a Harley is just, it's unbeatable. You can't compare it to anything else. So I don't know. I'm on the fence of whether or not I should be swapping out to a Harley or keeping this bike. I just don't know. Like I love this bike. I really do. It just needs more power. And unfortunately with the Roadstars, a lot of them don't have, there's not a huge aftermarket for them. So trying to build one, I find it's tough. Now maybe I'm not looking in the right places, you know, but I've spent some time on the old internet there and trying to figure things out. I got no problem tearing the bike apart and building it. It's just a matter of finding the parts to do it. So that's all. I think in a perfect world I would have 3 bikes. I would have this one because this one has a lot of sentimental value to me and has a lot of personality, and people know me for this bike. I definitely want a Dyna, just like a bar hopper or something, just to bomb around and be an idiot on, and you know, burnouts, wheelies, all that fun stuff. That's all stuff I enjoy doing, but obviously can't do on this bike. And then for like longer cruises, longer tours. Now, my dream bike has always been a 2021 Road Glide, but with the Snake Venom Pearl. Like that's my favorite. There's a speed camera here. I gotta go slow. That's always been my favorite dream bike. And they do the Snake Venom with like the bronze kit with like the bronze ST wheels. Oh man. That's my dream. Problem is that, you know, number one, they only made that color in 2021. Now they did bring it back out this year for, I believe, I want to say it's the Dynas, or what you would classify as a Dyna anyway. So like street pubs, but definitely didn't come back out with it on like the new STs or anything like that, which sucks. But yeah, in a perfect world, those would be my 3 bikes. Now, I've been looking at actually been looking at 2 bikes. There's 2 of them in my work. One is a 20, I think it might be a 19. It's a Road Glide, but it's red like this bike, but it's got tons of chrome. And I don't know about anybody else that's watching this, but I don't like chrome. I'm lazy. I think that's the best way to put it. I don't want to spend just as much time polishing my bike as I am riding my bike. Now, I think that once I become an old man and I'm retired, then there's nothing wrong with that. I would sit down and I'd polish my bike on the days that I can't ride, that kind of thing. But for now, I just don't have it in me. That's not what I want to do. I think that the the guys that enjoy doing that thing, by all means. I got one of my very close friends. You know, he's all about, you know, detailing and this and that and the next, and good on him. Like he would love to sit down, like the new oh no, we had one at the shop. It was a Ghost, I think it's called, which is the fully chrome like fat boy thing. Like I showed him a picture of it. I'm like, hey, check this thing out, and he went insane. He's like, bro, I can sit for hours and polish that thing. Like, I'd rather be out riding it, not polishing it. Well, not that one in particular, because when the sun hits, you're blind. But yeah, like it's I love how many backfires this thing does. It sounds like a machine gun. Pop, 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 pop. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a little spicy out. Now that I'm out in like wide open sun, there's no buildings around me. Yeah, I'll be crispy fried fat guy by the end of the day, for sure. Yeah, in a perfect world, those would be my 3 bikes. I think that I would like to do a full bagger kit, like a full... One second, gonna get a little spicy here. Didn't want to get caught by, oh my god, look at the traffic. Oh man. Oh hey, look, it's the Fuzz. Hello, police officer. But yeah, so what I was trying to get at was, so I've been toying with the idea of picking up like an older just, I don't know, man, like either a V-twin, so like a 96 Ci or a 103. The 96 is my favorite motor. I think that was when Harley like actually perfected a Harley motor. They sound amazing, especially with like a nice cam in them. They're just insane. They got a crazy chop, almost like a hot rod, you know. But I like to get something like that and just like do like, I know it's been done to death, but like the stretched bags, put it on air ride. Now I wouldn't do a 34-inch or a 32-inch front wheel because I think that's stupid. That's just my personal opinion. Guys that like it, you like it. I mean, everybody's got an opinion, and nothing wrong with that. Everybody's got their own style. But for me, I think they're dumb. I think they look neat, but I don't think I know for a fact they don't ride that great. So I think a 21-inch front tire is perfect enough for me. That's what I'd like to do like a stretch bagger. I'd do a 21-inch front tire. There's a company that I've been following on, I think it's Facebook, it's a Jade affiliate, and they make some pretty sick tires, or sort of rims, sorry. And I think I have like a theme, so I want to do one of two things. If I was to make a performance bagger, because my favorite car has always been the Bandit Trans Am, I would want to do like an homage to that. Do like black with the gold. Do Jade affiliated rims. They got rims that look like the Bandit rims. And I think that'd be really cool. I gotta figure out why I had so much wind noise in this helmet. I have my visor open. There you go, no wind noise. Hello, motorcycle brother. But yeah, so what I'd really like to do is, if I was to get like let's say I got a Road Glide, like a newer one, new-ish one, because I don't like the brand new ones. So like 20, I think they did a body, it was a facelift in 2014, but we'll say, just to be safe, 2015 to 2023. That body style, the Road Glide, I really like. You know, I would do, I mean, it would be so basic, like, compared to everybody else's stuff, because everybody's already done it. There's not really much you can do to a bike that somebody hasn't done already. But if I was to buy right off the showroom floor and put a couple bolt-ons and you know, just ride it, that would be the 2021 Snake Venom. But if I had to do, if I was going to do my own build where I was going to try to make everything like mine, I think I would do a, like I said, that body style. So I don't know what generation that is, but I think I would really like to do like a Bandit Trans Am homage. So get Jade Affiliate to make me the honeycomb rims, do them in gold, you know, do a couple gold accents here and there. I would put the Trans Am Phoenix on the front of the bike on an angle on the fairing. I think that'd look really cool. And you know, just little stuff here and there I think would look amazing. That's kind of like a dream. Another thing I want to do, and I've been seeing them all over like Google Images and whatnot, is to do like a fully stretched bagger. And that's what I was talking about. 21-inch front tire, do it in black or white, it wouldn't matter, but I would like to do it in like retro 90s, retro 80s kind of thing, because I mean I'm an 80s baby, you know, and you know, I'm 43 today, and I remember growing up and like the 90s were cool, you know, like, all the neon colors and shit like that. And I'm colorblind as all shit, but you know, I'd like to see a bike done, like, you see them in like SoCal and stuff like that a lot, but out here you don't see it. Everybody kind of goes for the hardcore, like skulls and black and red, and you know, it's I don't know, in my opinion it's overdone. But what I'd like to do is do like say a white and like an old school splash of neon colors all over it, make it look like paint splashes everywhere, and just do like a really vibrant, in your face kind of build. So eventually when I have my own garage, these things will come to fruition, but for now I ride the old Roadstar, old red, and she's done good by me. She's been a great bike. At the end of the day, well, let me see if I can make my helmet so it doesn't whistle. Yeah, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you ride, as long as you're out on two wheels enjoying the wind in your face, and you know, it's just, who cares? Just enjoy it, experience it. I think everybody should at least once in their life. Goddamn, nothing's sexy. But yeah, 43 years in this world. It's there's people out there that have been out here a hell of a lot longer than me, but I'm telling you, it's been a trip, been an experience. When the hell did they start that? I wasn't here yesterday. Building themselves a new barn. Nice. But yeah, it's been a good 43 years, very rewarding. You know, I got two beautiful kids, a beautiful wife, got a good job. You know, I'm not a rich man by any means, but you know, I get to enjoy life. I'm very thankful to have the people in my life that I do. Took a rock to the knuckle, that sucked. Well, yeah, so I figured, I know I'm going out for dinner tonight for my birthday, and my family's going to do a thing, and so my wife was kind enough to try to get me to go out on the bike, and I was trying to being kind of lazy, being like, nah, I don't want to. She knows how much I love to ride, and I really don't get the time to do it these days, so she kind of pushed me into jumping on the bike and going. I'm kind of glad she did, because now that I'm out here, I'm enjoying myself, and figured, hey, why not make a video while I'm out here? And I mean, a lot of the moto vloggers, because like Canada, we can only ride 7 months of the year, so 8 if you're like me. The cold doesn't really bother me too much. I usually ride until it gets icy out, but you know, we do have a lot to offer out here. I mean, we have beautiful countryside, and you know, usually I ride with a bunch of people. Actually, it's funny because my one main riding partner, I think she's in her late 50s. She's a badass little lady. I met her a few years back, and she's like always down to ride, always. She's just this fiery little lady, and she's amazing. And she rides a Harley. She's got a little custom-made, I think it was an 883 XL Sportster, and then they rebuilt the motor, and it's got like a 1245 stroker kit. And it hauls ass. Put a ride in it for her, did a bunch of work to it for her, and yeah, she rides like the Dickens, that one. So, but she's semi-retired, so I can just be like, hey, you want to go for a ride? She'll be like, yeah, sure. So she's usually my little riding partner, but she's not out and about today. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is, right? I figure right out, go grab myself an iced coffee at the old Tim Hortons. Doesn't get much more Canadian than that. Well, I could get a double-double, but I am diabetic, so I don't do the sugar. Definitely different riding without a fairing, though. I mean, my very first bike, which you guys have seen videos of, well, my first, since I started like doing recordings and stuff, was my old V-Star. I love Yamahas. I think they make a fantastic vehicle, and guitars, believe it or not. I have one of their guitars as well. The V-Star didn't have a fairing, and I got pretty used to it, and I enjoyed it. But as soon as you get a fairing, honestly, especially a big Batwing fairing with the stereo and, you know, all that shit, it really becomes kind of, you don't want to ride without one, you know. Now the only reason I would go for a road glide over a street glide is because of the fairing issue that I had on this bike. I don't know if I'm going to have the same problem. So I'll tell you what ended up happening. I'd be riding, and I'd hit about, you know, we're not going to talk speeds here, but I'd go pretty quick, and all of a sudden my front end would be like, boop, 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 and it would send the bike into a tizzy. Like I would be doing like wiggles, zigzags, whatever, all the way down the road, and I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. And then I thought it was maybe my swing arm bushings, or maybe my rear tire was kind of jank. But they're brand new. Like the bike's got what? I don't even know. Oops. So I have 18,357 kilometers on this bike. I picked it up, what, 2 summers ago, and I had like 4,000 on it or something like that. So I've ridden it, and I mean, she's been ridden hard. I promise you that. Not that. So this summer I've only done. I gotta do math now. Like, I haven't really ridden that much this year. So I pulled the bike out in May. I did 1,200 kilometers on it, and then I accidentally hit the reset button. So it was 1914 plus 1,200. So I've done, let's say, 2,300 kilometers on the bike this year, which isn't a lot. But yeah, anyway, I did all those with the fairing, and it was wonderful, except for, you know, at higher speeds, the whole bike would become unstable, and I almost ate shit a couple times. But yeah, I went on the highway, and I don't do a lot of highway riding, I'll be honest with you, and I'll admit it on the internet right here, right now. I'm terrified of the highway. I had a motorcycle accident, don't like the highway. I got on the highway, the first transport truck that went past me, it almost blew me right over. My whole fucking bike just, I just went like this, and I was just like, oh shit. So I ended up doing like 60 kilometers an hour, which is, I don't know, my miles per hour on here, so I couldn't tell you, but maybe like 35 miles an hour down the side of the shoulder on the highway until I could get off the highway. And it was because my fairing was so unstable, it would wiggle and send the whole bike, it would just unsettle the entire bike. And yeah, it was scary. So anyway, when it come flying off and hit me, it was the second time that had done that. First time I was doing about 120 kilometers an hour, and then the only thing that saved the fairing was A, I caught it, and B, the quick detach for my radio was still connected, so I was able to put the fairing up over my shoulder like a boom box. And I rode home. I limped the bike home, and then I thought I had fixed it, but there was another issue that I didn't know about, and it was that the mount that was on the bike was not actually for this bike, and I didn't know that. So when I tried to reattach the fairing, thinking, okay, well, I fixed the one problem, turns out I had two more problems. Like I said, the old guy didn't really put shit together properly, and it came off again, and I ended up dumping the bike, not very quickly. I was only doing like maybe 40-50 kilometers an hour, which isn't very fast, but I went up over a curb because I caught the fairing, and then I went up over the curb and landed in the dirt on somebody's front lawn. So, but yeah, anyhow, I'm here. I'm gonna grab myself coffee, and then we'll be back. We'll continue that story when I get back. Alrighty, we are out. Well, that's a nice road glide. See what I mean? Sexy ass bikes. But they're always black. Back home, go do our thing. Come on, lady. Perry, a good little town. We're gonna take the scenic route back. Ooh, look at that 73 Charger. DFDR 121. Is that Dick and Foot Doctor? Come on, people. Well, now you want to put your turn signal on. Oh, man. Braking. What is Well, what were we talking about? I don't remember. You can go anytime. motorcycle friend. You know, I love Canada. I'm actually very proud to be Canadian. But I'm telling you, people just cannot drive to save their lives. And it sucks. What's this guy riding? I think his German style helmet's just a little too big for his little head. Sounds like a Honda. Let's do a little test here. Visor up. Visor halfway down, visor down. Nice. Guess he decided he wanted to do a Walmart trip. Well, there's a hazard. See that toilet paper right there? I really hope it doesn't fly and beam me in the forehead. That'd be interesting. Oh, no, he went to the liquor store. Excuse me. It always worries me that you have to put leak proof on the bottom of your boat. I mean, I would hope it's leak proof. It's a boat. It's windy down here. Another motorcycle bro. A motor bro. Motorcycle? Does that work? Nah. Here's that boat crooked. Let's get right behind it. Oh yeah, that shit's crooked as hell. That's a big truck. Yeah, I really do love it up here. How they differentiate a milk cow from an eating cow. The way I look at them, they're just like, steak. It doesn't matter what cow it is. Maybe I'm wrong. What's the difference between a moo cow and a chew cow? That's what I'd like to know. Oh. Now we're gonna turn at the speed of smell. Yep. There we go. Probably should have went pee before we left, but man, I gotta pee. This bumpy ass road, you didn't open it. Oh, Jesus. Ooh. This has always been a dangerous left turn. It's gonna get even worse. Oh. go. Probably gonna be an old guy. Oh no, never mind. Sorry, I got a tickle in my throat. So this place was always like the coolest place to go when I was growing up, because they always stinks. Because they always had like car shows, bike shows. The food's alright. Damn near blew my head off. Look at that. This is a nice ride, but it doesn't matter how stagnant the day is. This is always windy. I think it's because of all the fields. So you might get some wind noise. If you do, I apologize. Motorcycles and like my dream bikes, because I can talk about that for hours. I think like a neon, like a white bike with like neon blue, neon yellow, neon pink, neon green. It's like splashes of color all over it, with like a nice set of rims, like a black rim with like the centers, the spokes or whatever in like a neon color would look really cool. I would still do, I mean, I'm a fan of dual exhaust. I've recently found out that I'm not a fan of fishtail exhausts. I do not like the sound of them. Which is crazy, because another bike that I really like to build, and I thought about doing to this one, is a Vikla build. Or Cholo. I know they're two different bikes, but I have bags, so Vikla. Now, there are guys out there in this world. A fella, LLPC, or yeah, I think Tom Lento Punch anyway. He's on Facebook. Man, sorry. Yeah, he makes a bunch of stuff for these bikes. So like he does like the big wheel conversion kits so you can put Harley rims on it. Thought he made bag stuff so you can put Harley bags on. I could be wrong about that. But yeah, he makes all kinds of cool stuff. Then you got like the, oh shit. Let's hit the brakes in the last fucking minute, assholes. so like aftermarket stuff. Because I mean, like, there's a lot of compatible Harley Davidson stuff that fits on these bikes, which I kind of think is hilarious. But ew, guts are all over my arm. Yeah, so like you can fit a whole bunch of different Harley stuff on this bike, but yeah, with minimal modification. I mean, like, it's like Yamaha, you don't really want to do that, but to turn it into like a Vikla or a Cholo, I've seen it done, and I do love those bikes. So like I said, in a perfect world, I'd have the 3 bikes. This one would become like a Cholo or a Vikla, because it's such a good bike, and on those bikes you're not looking to, like, I know a lot of guys do hammer down on them, but you don't really have to. That's not what they're like. The lowrider of motorcycles, in my opinion. You know, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, but that's my opinion. So like they're clean. You know what I mean? And there's I'm gonna try my hand at painting. I have an idea of what I want to do to this bike. I've always wanted to do it. And the bike will stay red, because I mean that's what this bike is. It's known to be red. I think it's a Canadian edition. It's got like white silver leaf down the side. It came factory like that, and I get a lot of compliments on it. So I mean, I'm probably just gonna keep it that way. My grips are they're still sticky as all hell, but they're getting crusty. Just because I'd go out working on bikes and jump on and get on here, and like the stuff will probably come off. I just gotta find something to take it off with that won't ruin the grips, or I just buy new ones. Another Moto Bro. Does that work? That works. We'll just do that from now on. But yeah, like, I think this thing turning into a Cholo or a Vikla would look sick. I'd get like a set of Carlini bars up high. You know, the headlight doesn't really need to be changed because it's a really cool headlight. I would do, much as I love wire rims, like I love them. I think they're amazing. I get a set of those, like, I don't know, I'd probably do like a black with like a red plug, top and bottom with a red hub, and just put those on there. Just kind of, it'd be black and red with as little chrome as possible, but Cholo it out that way. I think that would be like kind of cool. I mean, I could go the whole chrome thing, but I don't want to. And with this exhaust, it's already black. Motor's halfway blacked out anyway, so I figured, fuck it, we'll do it that way, make it look real nice. And another project that I would love to do, which is in the complete opposite direction, but I think it would be hilarious and a great project to work on with my kid, would be a Honda Grom. Do like a lowered, stretched out custom Grom, the deep dish rims, and like do a funky color. You know, do the YYZ 226 kit on it. So, or 226? I think it's 226. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, like a little 250 or 200cc motor on the back of it, just ripping around. They'd be hilariously awesome. Like, I know in California there's like a whole bunch of people that ride them, and in Hawaii I read somewhere that Hawaii has a huge following on those things, which is cool as shit. So this is the town. What is it, still a town? This is the town of Brooklyn. Now, I grew up out this way. I lived in Toronto for most of my life, but I did live out here for, I'd say as a 50. I've lived out in Durham longer than I've lived in Toronto, to be truthful. I lived in Toronto for 8-9 years. And I'm 43, so whatever, the rest of my time's been in like the Durham region. And Brooklyn growing up, excuse me, sorry again, there wasn't much to it. Like, this is their downtown core, and you'll see that there's nothing. It's still tiny, it's quaint, you can see all the, you know, there's nothing to it. It's still just a cute little town. I love this place. I love Brooklyn. And Whitby, which is where just giving the people what they want, you know. You know, doing where was I? Sorry, those kids threw me off. Oh yeah, growing up in Whitby, like Whitby, there was like cows. Like I lived in Whitby a long time. I went from like, I don't know what the grade would be. So we lived in Brome, and Brome, so Grandma's teaching her granddaughter how to drive. Scary. Let's get away from that. But yeah, so Whitby was like this. Sorry, I digress. I get confused sometimes. Alright, so Brome. We lived in Scarborough until my sister was born, that little shit. And we ended up moving to a place called Brome. Brome was like, I don't know, 20 minutes north of a place called Pickering. And Brome had nothing in it. We had 55 acres of land, this little 3-bedroom house. I grew up with like field cars and, you know, dirt bikes and shit. And then I went to this school, Valley View Public School, and it was cool because it was on the very, very top of they call it Westney Hill, and it's like this very tiny, like, well, it's a fucking huge hill or a small mountain maybe. Who knows? I don't know how that shit's measured, but when you sit up at the very top of it, when we would go into class, we'd go to the back, to like the backyard to play or whatever, the backfield or the back lot, I don't know what they call it. But when you went out behind the school where we would play, where our basketball courts were and the backfield was and all that, you could actually see you could see straight into Toronto on a clear day. It was, hello Moto Bro. It was, beautiful. Even as a kid, I'd like sit there and just be kind of in awe of being able to see that much. The view is still great. I'd gone over there not that long ago to go look at it, and view's still great, but it's, you know, skyscrapers and all that other bullshit, you know, typical. You're talking, what, when I was there, it would have been grade, I don't know, 4? Yeah, because we moved to Whitby when I was in grade 5 and 6. So it would have been grade 4. I don't know how old you are when you go to grade 4. But anyway, I know you're like, so my daughter is going into grade 2. She's going to be 7 this year. So I would have been 9 or 10. But anyway, I used to walk out the back and I loved it. I lived for it. I've always been a sucker for like sky views, you know what I mean? I like being up high, and I really like being able to see as far as I can, and I like that kind of thing. So yeah, I would go back and, you know, I'd play with my buddies. You'd play red ass. I don't know if you guys ever know what that is, but, you know, you throw a ball against the wall. If somebody catches it, and you get a letter and you have to spell it red ass, the person who spells it red ass gets the ball whipped at their ass. They have to stand against the wall, you throw the ball at their ass. It's funny, you know, just typical kid shit. So yeah, we would do that, and then I would go down and just sit and watch, you know, I just enjoy the view. So they went there, and then we moved to Whitby, and we lived in a really nice townhouse, and it was cool because, like, yeah, I went to school school with a lot of people, and made a lot of friends, a lot of lifetime friends. Still people I still talk to this day. Some people I met in like grade 3 and 4 I still talk to this day. So one of my best friends, I've known him for literally 13 years at this point. His birthday's like 2 days away. Yeah, we've always been really close, and is what it is. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, moved to Whitby, and Whitby has always been home, but watching it grow over the last few years has been absolutely crazy. Especially now because we have a lot of new Canadians, and they're just buying up the houses left, right, and center. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. The population has just like tripled in the last 3 years. So it's kind of crazy, and just traffic is crazy, and people don't know how to drive, and yeah. It is hot. Yeah, like even right here. So this used to be just a field, like 6 months ago. Now it's houses and apartments. I taught my buddy how to drive standard in that parking lot, church parking. I'm running it. Achoo! I was sneezing. But yeah. So anyway, growing up in Whitby was nice, but Brooklyn was always like, I don't know, Whitby has some like very rich areas. I think every town does, if I'm being real, but Whitby has some like really, really rich areas, and Brooklyn was like the next step up. So if you were like super rich, you lived in Brooklyn. It's just how it went. And Brooklyn had all like the really big houses, and everybody drove nice cars, and it was just kind of more classy than everybody else. Then it goes Oshawa. Well, I live in Oshawa. If ever you could describe any place in the world as the butthole of your country, Oshawa would be the butthole of Ontario, Canada. Ontario is the province, or for some of you Americans, it would be the states. That would be my state. We call them provinces here. And Oshawa is the city in the province that I live in. And Oshawa is just one gigantic meth cloud. It has zero redeeming qualities, none whatsoever. It's dirty. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Uh-oh. Why? Why are people doing this? Why are we slamming on our brakes at a green light? This is what I mean by people don't know how to drive. That's the second time somebody's just slammed on the brakes at the very last minute. I'm on 2 wheels. I don't stop that well. Anyway, Oshawa. Yeah, Oshawa's a shithole. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there used to be some nice areas of Oshawa, but now, don't you dare go. I don't want to get killed by a Fiat. Yeah, Oshawa's shit. I've lived there a long time. And you're probably thinking, Mike, why don't you just move out? Well, as everybody knows, the economy is shit everywhere. So for me to move out of where I'm living, and I don't live in a bad area in Oshawa, but there's still bad shit that's happening. Like somebody got stabbed like 2 doors down from me like a month ago for no reason. Just an old man walking down the road. Somebody wanted something that he had, I guess, just jumped him. Shink, 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 done. So you're like, yeah, that kind of shit's just happening. It turns out it was 3 international students that had that just came down and wanted what he had, so they shanked him. I think there's a problem everywhere in the world right now. People are just kind of wilding out for no reason, I think. You know, but yeah, just stay out of it. I go to work, come home, hang out with the kids. That's it. Try to lead a very simple life. I want no drama, I want no bullshit. Although I want this dog. Yo, check this dog. Hell yeah, the doggy goggles? Yeah, buddy. Who's the pooch? That dog gets more pussy than anybody else. I'm telling you right now. That dog fucks. For sure. Alright, we're gonna blur that out. Yeah, they're actually building this wicked-ass park over here for the kids. I don't know if it's done yet. Doesn't look like it. But it's like a park, and it's like a stunt track for bicycles, or I don't know. Maybe it's an RC track too. Looks like they were, I don't know, man. It looks pretty sick though. Yeah, see, look, it looks like a little racing track for RC cars. That'd be fun. Yeah, like I said, I don't live in a bad neighborhood. I'm grateful. I've got some amazing neighbors my kids get to grow up with, and you know, one of my neighbors, their kid is the same age as my kid, so you know, those two, you know, goon together and have great time, and you know, we're all very close. We're all close in age, and we've known each other an extreme amount of time. So like, it's like having a little family. It's a little community within, you know, 2 buildings. And it's nice. Very grateful for my neighbors, very grateful for the people that I have in my life. That's really all you can ask for, man. Just no drama, no bullshit, just good people. Good people to spend the little time that you have in this world with, you know? That's what it's all about. And put good kids out into the world. But I think I'm gonna end it here, just because I don't want, yeah, I just don't like showing people where I live, and I'm a little bit away still, but I'm gonna end it here, just so, you know, whatever it is, what it is. I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching, and hopefully when I edit this, you guys enjoy it. And man, I really got to come up with a logo and like a theme song. I just don't know how to do it, but I'll start making more of these. If you guys, you know, like and subscribe and comment and all that jazz, and let me know, you know, give me talking topics. That's the biggest, that's the hardest thing to do. It's just, what do you talk about when you're riding, you know? I'm an old fart now, so now I can give stories, and I can probably give advice, try to help out. I like helping people. That's actually my favorite thing in the world. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do your thing, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon. How does this work? Peace.